Hey, welcome to another episode of the Evolved Dad Shortcast. If I had to sum up the main reason why you're not getting ahead in life, the main reason that I was held back the most in life, the main reason that I'm still held back on a lot of things in life is time or lack thereof. Now, placing blame on that, saying, I don't have time, I don't have time, I don't have time, is obviously not going to get anyone anywhere. At the same time, it's important to recognize that there are only 24 hours in a day. It's also important to recognize that if you starve yourself of sleep, things are going to go the wrong way. Whether that's you're cranky, irritable, or just not as productive. If you're not keeping up with your health and spending time on that, things are going to go south as well. If you're not going to spend time with your kids, the relationship is going to collapse. If you're not going to spend time with your wife, that relationship is going to collapse. And in turn, that's going to affect your kids as well. We're not even going to get to any home repairs or just regular me stuff. But looking at all those pieces together, it becomes a little bit overwhelming, especially if you want to start something on the side, you have a hobby that you want to do, and you really want to capture and balance everything else as much as possible. Now, I always go back to my saying of the imbalance of life, that there is no true way to balance. And I truly believe that. There is no way to truly balance life. And the more that we try to, the more it goes off kilter. Yes, we may choose to not spend as much time in the office and spend more time with the family. That's not a balance. That's a choice. But we're not going to focus on that now. Right now, I want to discuss the fact is we suffer from lack of time. There's great ideas. I want to do this. I'm ready to do that. I got to plan this. I want to plan that. I want to take the kids on a trip. I want to go spend more time with my wife. I want to be healthier. There's a lot of things that we have. There's a lot of great ideas that we have. But we're stuck with that lack of time. So I want to offer one little idea. Something that I feel is not only important, but empowering. Something that by you taking it on, it's not only going to improve or decrease your lack of time, but it's also going to improve your children's future. It's going to build a closer bond with the family. And when I tell you what it is, you're probably going to roll your eyes because it's not going to make any sense to you. And that's delegation. Delegating tasks. Now, you may say, I'm not going to make my kids do the work for me. And you're 100% correct. You're not going to. But when you can reframe it in a way where it becomes a family activity, when you can reframe it in a way where it becomes a family goal, that's where the magic starts to happen. Be it a child that's 4 or 5 years old, that probably can't be delegated as much to, or really you shouldn't be delegating as much to, all the way up to teenagers who can theoretically take more on, but that's going to depend on their personality, your relationship, and a few other factors. But let's not dwell on the details of that for right now. Let's understand the concept. Take health, for example. If you're someone that food preps for the week, get the family involved. Yeah, baking with kids is usually not that thrilling, but it makes for great memories and it makes for great family bonding time. There may be a mess where you may have some leftover, some not leftovers. You may have some of the food on the ceiling, But again, learning experiences, get them involved in cleaning up as well. And yeah, in the beginning, it's probably going to take more time. But over time, when they get more accustomed to it and they learn how to do things, they're going to be able to help you with that. And if we're talking about, let's say, something that has to do with the kids getting into bed on time, or you want to read them a book every night and you're just out of time, maybe you could have them be the book chooser. Maybe you could have them be the one to open up to the page. Whatever else, whatever these little things that you could do to delegate to your children, help them feel empowered. They helped with something. And now you have the opportunity to also say, I'm proud of you because you took care of getting the books. I'm proud of you because you put away the other book. So not only are you delegating to your children, but you're empowering them. And in turn, as your kids start to take ownership of more and more things, it's going to help with the behavior overall. It's going to help with the family closeness overall. They're going to learn to start working together even more. And the cream on the top, you get more time back. It may be little bits in the beginning. It may not be that much, but give it time. Maybe the kids start taking care of some yard work, chipping in with that. Just because you're the dad doesn't mean that you have to do everything. You're the dad to lead them. Yeah, these things are going to fall on you, but that doesn't mean you can't delegate. That doesn't mean that you can't give instructions, general instructions or specific instructions, without becoming a helicopter parent and giving those things over so that you can reclaim some of your time. Because if you can reclaim more of your time, be it for a hobby, so that you could have some time for yourself, some time to refill yourself so that you'll have what to give over to your family. Maybe that's time to spend with your wife so you could build a stronger relationship, which in turn is going to help your kids. Maybe it's so that you could have more time with each of your kids. Maybe it's just reading a bedtime story or saying goodnight. Maybe it's going on trips on a Sunday. Whatever it is, don't hold back. Don't feel that you're going to be tasking your kids with something that they shouldn't be doing. No. Turn that lens around. Look at it in a different way. This is empowering your children. This is setting them up for success. Because when it comes to their adult life, and they've been there already, and they understand, they can delegate, they can get other people involved, they can work with each other. That's going to help them improve every relationship that they have. So for this week, I want you to take 10, 15 minutes, sit down with a pen and paper, not your phone, not any technology, and write down a list of things that you have to do for the entire week. A to Z. Whether that's around the house, whether that's something relationship wise, whatever those things are, morning to night. And see where you could find little pieces to have your kids chip in that they could help out also. And give them something to help out with. Maybe make a chart, incentivize them to help out so that they're a little bit more excited. And then watch how over time, as your children become more and more empowered and they start taking on more things on their own, how you'll see them succeed more. How you'll see that your relationship is going to grow even closer. As always, I want to thank you for spending your time with me today. This is Jonathan, the Evolved Dad, signing off.